So Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was released this past weekend, and every film bro on Letterboxd, YouTube, Film Twitter are going absolutely apeshit over their favorite American director's new movie, proving that real filmmaking outbeats the corporate cash grab that is The Mouse. Fuck, that sounded so pretentious. But yeah, Quentin Tarantino is back with another movie that once again divides his fans even further. Some people love it, some people hate it and think it's the most boring thing ever. I've seen all types of opinions on the matter. Myself personally, I'm on the spectrum of thinking it's actually one of his better movies, but I totally understand why people dislike it. I believe a lot of people's disappointments come from the expectations they had for Quentin Tarantino's style exploding through his script, and at some moments they didn't feel that. Compared to some of his other movies, which has that Tarantino quippiness and that constant high energy, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood really takes its time to tell the story. This is probably one of the more calmer scripts from Tarantino, possibly due to the fact how the man is totally self-aware he's coming to the end of his career, because he's making a Star Trek movie. No offense, Trekkies. As someone who tries to look deeper into artists' work and how they evolve through the years, I can see Tarantino wanting to do something that was a bit out of his comfort zone, while at the same time still pleasing some of his fans. Clearly, people still give a shit because this past weekend, Tarantino had the biggest box office opening in his directing career. And lately, the huge outcry of more original movies to be released in theaters, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is definitely one of them, which that alone, you should go see this movie, and plus, it's Tarantino.
But it's not my job to flesh it out.
No, it's my job to try and ask you to.
And I'm shutting your butt down.
Look, basically everything about this movie has been said already, but I haven't said it, so I'm gonna say it. Everybody in the cast, Leo DiCap, Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, so on and so forth, all give excellent performances and their personalities shine in each scene. Every moment with Brad Pitt's character was an absolute treat, despite the fact that he's showing off what 55-year-olds can accomplish with just a macaroni and cheese diet. Like, how do you expect me to look like that at that age? What really impressed me the most was the portrayal of 1960s Los Angeles. Everything looks sort of clean and new, but whenever Tarantino is showing off the hot spots of Sunset Boulevard, you really get to see that. Something so small as to showing how the 101 freeway is when there's barely any traffic. I mean, I wasn't alive during the time, but for anyone who knows what the 101 looks like today, it's an absolute nightmare. No one knows how to drive in LA unless you're Ryan Gosling. It's little details in showing the beautiful and absolutely disgusting parts of Los Angeles that helps bring across that realistic depiction that Tarantino is trying to accomplish. Dude knocks that aspect out of the park easily. Another aspect that kind of intrigued me were the people of Los Angeles and how nothing really changes over the years. There was a scene with Margot Robbie as Sharon Tate. She goes to a local movie theater in which it's playing The Wrecking Crew, and legit, the kiosk lady had no clue who the hell she was despite the fact that she's in the movie. She asks for her picture and casually says, "Why don't you stand next to the poster so people know who you are?" It's one of the many examples that you can be the biggest star in Los Angeles and some people won't either recognize or give a shit about you. Same goes for Leo's character, who's going through an identity crisis and worries about whether or not people won't recognize him after his glory days. Basically what I'm trying to say, I mean with all due respect because I know not everybody is like this in LA, is that you'll find some people there who only worry about their self-image and not really care about other people, which in this case, it's Leo, as he's worrying about himself and balancing out the friendship he has with Brad Pitt's character. These two characters are so well written, it's insane. These two absolutely carry the movie. I've heard complaints stating Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is Quentin Tarantino's worst movie he's done, which you're entitled to your opinion, and in no way would I argue, because I have that really weird feeling that film debate is kind of pointless, especially online. Now that I've seen the movie twice in theaters now, I'm comfortable saying that this movie is one of his best. It's definitely in the top 4 for me, and I can't wait to see it for the 3rd time. It's always wonderful seeing Tarantino work with a huge cast and pull it off, but especially living in an age where we're seeing sequel after sequel and reboot after reboot. Not that I have anything against that entirely, but it's nice to see some originality for a change. I think it's a gimmick now that Tarantino is saying that his next movie will be his last that he'll direct. I think he's gonna pull some Hayao Miyazaki shit and come out of retirement like 4 times. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'm only saying that because the man still got it, and hopefully he doesn't leave the director's chair anytime soon. So go support this movie. Hopefully you guys will love it. 8 out of 10. Go see it. Go support this. Give it all your money. And hopefully Tarantino will keep making movies. I'll see you guys next time.